All right, so let us go on the record. The court calls the people versus Emery Lacey. It's case number 230-447-4901. Matter is set for a pretrial conference on today. Mr. Lacey being charged with count 1 domestic violence. Court noting there is a second offense notice as to count 1. May I have your appearances, please, starting with the prosecution.
Good morning to this honorable court. Carolyn Solari, P number 86651 for the people.
Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea Roberts appearing on behalf of Mr. Lacey. Mr. Lacey, can you now state your full name for the record, please?
Emery Lacey.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. The court notes I do have the listed complaining witness present. May I have your name, please, ma'am?
Pamela Lacey.
One more time, a lot louder for me.
Pamela Lacey.
All right, thank you. And Madam Prosecutor, what is the people's pleasure at this time?
Your Honor, the people would respectfully request that this honorable court set a final pretrial date.
All right, thank you. And Attorney Roberts, what say
Your
you?
Honor, no objection.
All right, thank you. The court will continue the not guilty plea entered in this matter. Court will set the case for a final pretrial conference. That will be on the, let's see here, the 29th of June. That'll be at 9:30 a.m. Ms. Pamela Lacey, you are excused from zooming in at that date and time. However, you're free to do so if you so choose, or free to observe the proceedings via the court's live YouTube stream. Mr. Lacey, you're on a telephone today, telephonically only. On the 29th, it is only acceptable for you to appear via the Zoom app or appear in court in person. You understand that, sir?
Yes.
All right, and we'll move this matter along as needed at that date and time. That date again being the 29th of June, the time being 9:30 a.m. Anything further from either attorney?
Not from the people, Your Honor. Thank you.
No, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Pamela Lacey, have a good day and be well. Mr. Lacey, you do the same.
Oh, Your Honor, I do apologize. Your Honor, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. So you do have something, Madam
I
Prosecutor?
do, Your Honor. I do apologize for that. I would just ask that this court reiterate the no contact order for the safety of both parties.
All right, so in this case, there is an allegation of assault. That allegation at this point is made by Ms. Pamela Lacey. She is alleging that Mr. Emery Lacey did assault her. That has been charged as domestic violence. There's been a second offense notice to the court as it relates to that charge. There's been an arraignment in this case. That arraignment took place on the 2nd of June. At that arraignment, this court ordered that Mr. Emery Lacey not have any contact with Ms. Pamela Lacey. That order, as far as this court is concerned, means that Ms. Pamela Lacey does not exist to Mrs. Pamela Lacey does not exist to Mr. Emery Lacey, which means there's no set of circumstances that are acceptable in the eyes of the court for Mr. Emery Lacey to have any contact while this matter is before this court with Mrs. Pamela Lacey. You understand that, Mr. Emery Lacey?
Yes, sir.
All right, and so the court does envision its no contact orders as reciprocal, which means Ms. Pamela Lacey, there's no set of circumstances that you need to contact Mr. Emery Lacey either, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes,
All right.
sir.
Thank you. And so what we'll do again is we'll see where we are on the 29th of this month and take everything from there. Again, you all have a good day, unless there's anything else from either attorney.
No, Your Honor, this time I promise that's it.
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. You all have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you as well. Bye now.
There's someone in the hallway, you said, Attorney Ryan?
No, Miss Hunley is on her way though. I don't believe she's here yet. I haven't received notification.
I've heard that before.
Yeah.
Tony Mosby.
Ready.
People Radio Mosby.
One moment, Your Honor. Your Honor, it's my understanding that that is Paula Cole's matter, Mosby, Woods, and Dabra.
Okay. So we'll just sit tight for a moment. Is Is the one we're waiting on Hunley yours?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you need to speak with the complainant at all, or you all set with that?
Your Honor, if it's okay with the court, I'd take a moment to speak with the complainant.
Mr. Seaborn, are you there? Seaborn, rather, are you there?
Yes.
All right, Madam Prosecutor wants to speak with you before we move forward. I'm gonna send your device a link.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you now.
All right,
Sorry.
click join, sir.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I think the governor signed a new law that I think is supposed to go into effect at the end of the month regarding using your phone in the car. I mean, I think some, cities or whatever, or have ordinances regarding that, but there's now a state law that if you're on your phone, I think it's 16 days in jail or something like that. Or I don't know, maybe it's not a misdemeanor, but anyway, it's on the books now. And being at a red light on your phone doesn't, save you. You're not supposed to have your phone or use your phone in the car. No, 16 days of community service. There's no jail time, I guess. There's a fine associated with it. So
Is
be
that
prepared. Be prepared to be a witness in multiple cases. You all, these folks are gonna call and zoom in on the phone while driving. Some people do it while driving a forklift at work. Right. Safety first.
Hello,
Good morning. May I have your name, please?
Sherane Johnson.
One more time for me.
Sherane Johnson.
All right, I can't see you.
It keep asking something. Hold on.
All right,
There
I
you go.
see you now. Will you spell your name for me, please?
Sherane Johnson.
How was that spelled?
CHARAYNE. Let me find a quieter spot.
And Ms. Johnson,
Yes.
how may I help you this morning?
I was told I had court this morning at 9, and I'm only late because I had to download Zoom.
Okay, and you had court for what exactly? Do you know?
I don't know what case. I really don't. I don't know if this is my tickets or if this is a misdemeanor that I went to jail for. I don't know.
All right. Do you have a case number?
I can.
All right. So let me tell you this
Check my
really quickly.
messages. My read.
You're in. Well, one, you're in the wrong courtroom. On today, you have a number of cases, some tickets that are up
You said
on
wrong courtroom
tomorrow
today?
before you got a whole bunch of tickets that are up tomorrow before Judge Williams.
Well, I'm supposed to be. It says Judge Austin Garrett's courtroom, and this is the domestic violence courtroom. This is from my attorney that texts me.
Okay, let me look here again. I still don't see that. Do you have a case number? Did your attorney text? Who's your attorney? Are you there? She's frozen. She has a case before Judge Bryant.
on the 7th, Your Honor, I think?
July 7th.
Right. Okay.
See that? I don't. Other than that, I got a lot of traffic tickets for tomorrow. We lost it.
Your Honor, can I go with Mr. Harris, please?
Good morning, may I have your name, please? Good morning, may I have your name, please? Try this one more time. Good morning, may I have your name, please? Have a good day. Good morning, Attorney Cole, how are you?
I'm fine, Judge. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Great. That's good. Das ist gut. I'm trying to find out. I think today I have Tony Mosby,
I
Danielle
have
Woods.
Mr. Mosby on. I think you have Woods and DePry, right? Well, DePry's a
Yes.
probation review, but I have
That's,
Mr.
yeah, it's
Mosby.
just a review. But now, Attorney Solari just said I also have a case called Hundley, and I didn't see it.
Yeah, Hunley was a pretrial that was added. I can give you the case number.
I had she gave me 230-447-4801.
That is correct.
Oh, thank you. This is a pretrial.
Good morning, may I have your name, please? Sorry, I can't hear you or see you for that matter. How may I help you today?
I have a court date with Judge Garrett.
Is it a traffic related matter or for a ticket that you received, sir?
Yes.
You're in the wrong courtroom, sir. You need to be in courtroom 437 before Judge Ruth and Garrett.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good day.
Your Honor, Miss Hundley is now here. I just need a moment before we go on the record with hers. And Terry and Page is here as a walk-in on a capias from June 5th.
Okay, I think Attorney Cole needs to get up to speed on Hunley anyway.
Okay,
Yes, I do.
got it.
Okay. Actually, let's do this. I think if that is yours, I'm going to send you a breakout room link, Attorney Cole, because I think Attorney Solari is speaking with that complaint.
Oh, that would be great. Thank you.
I just sent it to you.
Thank you. Oh, I just got that. Thank you, Mr. Seaborn. I just got.
You welcome.
Excuse me.
I appreciate you all's patience. We'll be with you momentarily. We'll do Hunley first if Attorney Roberts is ready. That's Attorney Roberts. Are you ready on Hunley?
Can you give me a couple more minutes on this, Hunley, Your Honor?
I can. Are you ready on Harris?
Yes, I'm ready on Harris and Mosby and Page.
The people ready on Harris?
I believe that's a domestic violence. Attorney Solari, is that Harris your case?
I'm sorry, I apologize, APA Cole, I was muted. Yes, that is a domestic violence case. Your Honor, is the complainant Kimberly White present?
I don't have that person in the waiting room. I don't think that you, well, you can see the waiting room, can't you? I only have Tony Mosby in the waiting room.
Oh, okay, yes, I see it now. Thank you for that.
You need a moment?
No, Your Honor, I'm ready to proceed.
All right, so let us go on the record then. The court calls the people versus Raymond Harris. It's case number 220-448-5601. Matters docketed for a final pretrial conference on today. May I have your appearances, please, starting with the prosecution.
Carolyn Solari, P number 86651 for the people.
Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ianpa Roberts appearing on behalf of Mr. Harris. Mr. Harris, can you please state your full name for the record?
Harris. All right, thank you. And what is the people's pleasure in this case at this time?
Your Honor, it is the people's understanding that our office has attempted contact and made contact with the complainant, and she is not present today, and the people are unable to proceed without her.
Thank you. Attorney Roberts.
Your Honor, we move for dismissal in absence of the complainant and respectfully ask you to also sign an order for Michigan State Police to destroy arrest record, biometric data, any DNA if applicable, and remove the.
Any objection?
No objection from the people, thank you.
All right, thank you. The court is going to sign that order once it's provided. As this court is dismissing this matter on today, dismissal is without prejudice. Court noting that the people have indicated they're unable to proceed at this particular time in light of their contact with the complaining witness. Matter is dismissed on today. Anything further from the people?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Anything further, Attorney Roberts?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, Mr. Harris, matter is dismissed. You have a good day and be well, sir. Thank you, Jesse. Have a good Tony Mosby.
Was the complaining witness required to be present today, Your Honor?
Let me see here in the file. The complainant didn't appear at the pre-trial conference, so wanted the complainant here on today, but you need a moment before it has a few moments to give you as it relates to that. You thinking, Attorney Cole?
Yeah, yes, I'm sorry. I was just thinking that unfortunately, the number I have for Mr. Javon Carter, the complaining witness, is not in service anymore. And I know that the last time I spoke with him, he had moved out of Mr. Mosby's house and he said he was presently homeless and he was going to get back with me with a new number, but I don't have a new number for him. So I was going to reach out to the police department to see if they could do a little investigation because at this point I don't have a working phone number or address for him. But I know that when I last spoke with him, he wanted to proceed, but I don't have. I know we're not on the record, but that's what I was thinking about. Should I wait or?
Well, let's make a record then.
Yes, let's make a record because I doubt if he'll be here.
All right, so let us go on the record. The court calls the people versus Tony Mosby. It's case number 230-444-2001. This case is set for a final pretrial conference on today. May I have your appearances, please, starting with the prosecutor?
I'll call on behalf of the people.
Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor. Iandra Roberts appearing on behalf of Mr. Mosby. Mr. Mosby, can you state your name, please?
My name is Tony Mosby.
All right, thank you. And today is the date and time set for a final pretrial conference. Madam Prosecutor, what is the people's pleasure in this case at this time?
Your Honor, I was asking for I would ask the court in its discretion to give me a short adjournment of this final pretrial. I have spoken once before with Mr. Carter, the nephew of the defendant, and at that point he was homeless and he had given me his phone number, but the number I now have does not work. There were some pretty serious injuries in this case, and I'd like to at least get in contact with the OIC and see if we can produce Mr. Javon Carter.
Okay, Attorney Roberts.
Your Honor, we move for dismissal in absence of the complainant. It's my understanding that the complaining witness was to be present today. The last time that we were in court was May 17, 2023. And I guess my inquiry would be that if the people have been in contact with him, was he made aware of this date? I understand they're indicating a not valid phone number. However, there appears to be a significant amount of time since the last court date. And my concern is that that was not done prior. And so we move for dismissal in the absence of the complainant today.
All right, thank you. Do the people have any response to the motion to dismiss?
Your Honor, it's just that he was put in a very precarious position after leaving his uncle's home where he had been living, and it may have been that he should have known about the date. That is correct, but I'm not certain where he's living at this time. And I think that because there were some injuries in this particular case, I'd like to at least have 2 weeks to see if the OIC can track him down.
Okay. And what do you think the likelihood of that is, Attorney Cole? Because the court's assumption in that request is that the information that you have from the complaining witness, as I understand it, in most cases, is provided to you or the people by the police, the Detroit police. And if your information is bad, wouldn't the Detroit police's information be bad?
Yes, but they can then do some, especially here at the sheriff's office, I have them do some Lexis search and see if they can find a newer address or some kind of update. They can do a people address search for me.
Okay, because I I guess for the sake of the, make sure that the record is clear, that the people don't have a means to make contact with the complaining witness at this point.
That is correct, Your Honor.
And you're seeking more time with the hope that the assistance of the Detroit Police Department or the Wayne County Sheriff's Office gets you a good contact or good contact information for the complaining.
That is correct, Your Honor.
And in your conversations with the complaining witness did indicate that they wanted to proceed.
Yes,
And the complaining witness was notified regarding today's court proceeding.
that I'm not sure about. I know I spoke with him. I'm not certain. I can't say with 100% certainty that I told him that on May 17th, that when we had the last hearing, because he wasn't there at that time. So I'm not certain that I told him about this date.
Okay. But the contact that you have with this individual was somewhere between the pretrial conference and today.
It was, I was telling him about a pretrial conference. I did tell him about the pretrial conference. I don't know if I told him about what happened after the pretrial conference, because I asked him to make sure he contacted me with any updated information. So I can't be certain that he knew about today's date.
Okay. So this is what the court's going to do. I'll allow the people, of course, going to deny the motion to dismiss. We'll give Attorney Cole some additional time to do whatever outreach that she may believe is necessary for the people to decide whether or not they want to move forward. But I thought I was trying to get clarity to the record as to what has happened at this point, but now I'm a little confused as to when was the last contact between the people and the complainant in this case. And so do you have a date certain on that, Attorney Cole?
No, I don't. I apologize. I do not.
Okay. So court will grant the 2-week continuance, and 2 weeks from today is the 22nd of June. And that'll be at 9 a.m.
I appreciate that.
Anything else from either attorney?
No, Your Honor.
That's June 22nd, Your Honor, 9:45.
That is, no, I just said 9 a.m.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you.
All right. Mr. Mosby, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Court does appreciate your patience. Have a good day and be well.
Thank you.
You need some more time on Huntley though, right, Attorney Robert?
Can I have just a couple more minutes? But I'm ready on Mr. Woods. I know that's Ms. Cole's case.
That's correct.
Are you ready on Woods, Attorney Cole?
Yes, I don't believe the complaining witness had to be present on that one. My notes indicate that.
No, that wasn't the court's expectation on today.
Yes, we're ready then. Was there any update on Hundley, Attorney Roberts?
Are you proceeding with it, Ms. Cole?
On Hundley?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, then I just need a few more minutes, but she's here.
Okay.
All right, so do that because Mr. Woods hasn't yet to connect. So let's get Huntley because I do have Mr. Seaborn still here. Seaborn, I don't know why I keep saying Seaborn. Attorney Cole, are you there? I think we're ready on Hunley.
Oh, yes, I am.
All right, so let us go on the record. The court calls the people versus Jackie Hunley, case number 230-447-4801. This case is docketed for a pre-trial conference on today. Ms. Hunley being charged with assault or assault battery. May I have your appearances, please, starting with the prosecution.
May it please the court, Paula Cole on behalf of the people.
Thank you.
Good morning, Amber Roberts, appearing on behalf of Ms. Hunley. Ms. Hunley, can you state your name, please? Jackie Hunley.
All right, thank you. And the court notes, I also have a list of complaining witnesses in this matter present. May I have your name, please, sir?
Lamont Warren.
All right, thank you. And Madam Prosecutor, what is your pleasure at this time?
Your Honor, at this time, we wish to continue towards a final pretrial. I'm just getting some more information and evidence from Mr. Seaborn. And I'd like to make sure I get that to Attorney Roberts. So if we could get a final pretrial, and perhaps that would be great.
Attorney Roberts?
Your Honor, I don't have any objections to final pretrial at this point.
All right, so we'll set a date 3 weeks from now. That'll be the 29th of June. We'll have that docket for 9:30 a.m. Mr. Seaborn, you are excused from zooming in at that date and time. However, you're free to do so if you so choose, or free to observe the proceeding via the court's live YouTube stream, and we'll move this matter along as needed at that date and time. Again, that date is June 29th. The time is 9:30 a.m. Anything further from either attorney?
No, Your Honor, thank you. I guess, yes, one last thing. I would ask that we have a reciprocal order for discovery. If Attorney Roberts has any pictures or any or videos she needs, has, that she could send those to my attention, I'd appreciate it.
Any issue with that?
Your Honor, I don't think it's a right issue at this point. I mean, you cite discovery orders as it relates to trial. That's when we have a discovery exchange date. So if we find something relevant that we wish to use at trial, then we certainly can present that to the people.
Okay, and so if there's an issue with that further on, let's say by the final pretrial conference date on the 29th, then you can submit the discovery order that you want the court to sign. Okay, Attorney Cole? And
That sounds great. Thank you.
If there's an objection at that time, we can have whatever argument on that.
It would just help me in regards to getting prepared for the final pretrial if I had any, if there was anything I need to review.
Okay, understood.
Thank you.
Mr. Seaborn, have a good day and be well. Ms. Hunley, we'll see you in 3 weeks, if not sooner. And that can be either via Zoom or you can come in person like you did on today. Okay, man?
Oh, Your Honor,
Yes. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I forgot. There was some concern from Mr. Seaborn. There's a minor child involved, and often he and his is it ex-wife or the mother of the child? He and the mother of the child exchanged the child for visitation. So he's asking that the no contact order be in place so that Ms. Hunley is not there when they exchange the child.
The court is continuing bond, which means that Ms. Hunley and Mr. Seaborn aren't to have any contact with each other under any circumstance. So
Your Honor, if I may.
You may.
So my client says that she lives there. So
hold on a second. Mr. Seaborn, we can't see you, sir. All right, thank you. Go ahead, Attorney Roberts.
So my concern is my client says she lives there. So if Mr. Seaborn is coming to her residence to make this happen, I don't find it appropriate that my client should have to leave her own residence. Perhaps they can accommodate a new place that is not at where my client lives.
Right, so I'm not gonna order that Ms. Hunley can't be at her home for the purposes of child exchange. Maybe there's a separate location that can take place, but there need not be any contact. So you know what that, you're all adults, you know what that means. So that means avoidance, that means you all do not exist to each other. So the 29th, you have a good day and be well.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Mr. Seaborn.
Attorney Crapo, good morning.
Good morning.
How may I help you this morning?
We were just recently retained on RAVNow or RaveNow. I believe that's up this morning.
Is it? 1 second. Attorney Crapo, do you have a case number on that one?
Yes, Your Honor. The case number is 230-443-8701-SM.
Okay, this is rather now, the court date is the 21st of this month at
Oh,
9:40.
I apologize.
No problem
I
at all.
apologize, sorry.
21st, 9:45. Have you all submitted an appearance?
Yeah, we just submitted it like this morning, so it might not have processed yet.
Okay, 21st then. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you, Your Honor.
Attorney Cole, you're ready on Woods?
Yes.
Attorney Roberts, are you there? All right, so let us go on the record. The court calls the people versus Danielle Woods. It's case number 230-443-6001. Today is the date and time set for continuation of the final pretrial conference. Appearances, please, starting with the prosecution.
Paula Cole on behalf of the people.
Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor. Anthony Roberts appearing on behalf of Mr. Woods. Mr. Woods, good morning. Can you state your full name for the record?
My name is Danielle Woods.
All right, thank you. And Attorney Cole, what's your pleasure at this time?
Your Honor, at this time, I have not had a really meaningful discussion with Attorney Roberts on this matter. So I don't know if we need to continue the final pretrial. I was kind of hoping to see where he was residing, and she told me that was irrelevant. So I don't know. I'm trying to get some understanding. We need to have some more discussion on this case, I guess.
Attorney Roberts.
Your Honor, what my concern is giving the complainant information about where he's staying directly. I don't think that that's appropriate, that we give a complaining witness information about where my client is staying. I'm happy to further discuss this matter, but in the meantime, I'm asking that we schedule this as a bench trial, and I would like an opportunity to address bond. And I do acknowledge saying it was irrelevant, but it's irrelevant because what we were trying to make happen was for him to stay out of state. And so when the court had ruled on him not being able to go out of state, my concern is really about getting that information to the complainant. And I'm happy to provide to the court at this time who he's staying with as it relates to his tether.
All right, thank you. So, 1 second, let's have a brief sidebar.
Thank you.
All right, so let us go back on the record in the People versus Danielle Woods. The court and the council of record have had a sidebar regarding this matter, and this is, I think the best way to proceed is to set the matter for trial, and if there's some kind of resolution that can be reached short of trial, then that's fine, but if not, we have a trial date on the docket to move this matter forward toward a resolution then. Mr. Woods, is it, will you raise your right hand for me?
Say it again.
You raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you?
Yes, sir.
Put your hand down, sir. You do understand that you have a right to a trial by jury in this case?
Yes.
And today you are waiving or giving up your right to a trial by jury and instead asking that a judge decide this matter.
Say it again.
Today you are waiving or giving up your right to a trial by jury and instead asking that a judge decide this matter.
Yes.
You're doing so voluntarily, knowingly, and intelligently.
Yes.
No one has promised you anything or threatened you in any way to get you to do so.
No.
You're doing so on your own free will.
Yes.
And you understand that once the court accepts your waiver, that this matter will not be decided by a jury of your peers, but instead will be decided by a judge here at 36th District Court.
Yes.
And that's what you want.
Yes.
Any objection to the waiver from the people?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Then Mr. Woods, the court is going to accept your waiver, find that it was voluntarily offered, that you on your own free will are giving up your right to a trial by jury and instead asking that a judge decide this matter. And as such, what we will do is continue the not guilty plea entered in this case. We'll set the matter for bench trial on Thursday, June 29th. That'll be at 10 a.m. That will be here in person at 36th District Court, 421 Madison, Detroit, Michigan, 48226 in courtroom 338. Again, the trial date in this matter is in 3 weeks. That is on June the 29th at 10 a.m. in person here at 36th District Court. Ask the bond, Attorney Roberts.
Your Honor, I am asking that the court consider removal of the tether provision. My client informs me that he's staying with his cousin, that he understands not to have any contact with the complaining witness moving forward. And the issue as it relates to
Give them a job.
working, Your Honor, is that he's indicated jobs are hesitant to hire him because of the tether, and that the tether costs $100 a month, and he currently owes $400 as a result.
All right, thank you. Any response from the people?
Your Honor, as long as Mr. Woods understands there is a no contact order with his mother, Ms. Covington, he is not to contact her, that I would have no, I see he has his hand up. I don't know if he needs to speak to Attorney Roberts, but
Continue, Attorney Cole.
I would have no objection to the removal of the tether.
All right, Mr. Woods, do you understand that you're not under any circumstances to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case, sir?
Yes, sir. But she's texting me randomly through other numbers and her old number. I need some type of help with that. I'm trying to avoid it. I blocked the numbers and everything because I know how this case is going.
All right, so what you've done, at least if that all that is true, is exactly what you need to do, Attorney Cole. I asked that the people in their conversations with the complaining witness indicate that the court does envision there's no contact orders as reciprocal, which means that we do have an open case and there's no reason that Ms. Covington should be contacting the defendant in this case either. Okay, Attorney Cole?
Of course, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, so the court will grant the defendant's request. Court will remove tether. The court's going to continue bond. Otherwise, again, there is no contact that the court will deem acceptable between Mr. Woods and the complaining witness. Anything further from either attorney?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, Mr. Woods, your next court date is in 3 weeks. You'll be here in person at 36th District Court. You have a good day and be well in the meeting.
On the 29th, right, sir?
29, 10 a.m., sir.
Okay.
Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you.
Sure.
All right, does anyone have, well, I think we're all set. I have Mr. DePra in the hallway. Do we have Officer Farmer or anybody on that? Madam Clerk?
No, Your Honor, I'm calling now.
Let's have him come down and we can do that.
And we have Terry and Paige, Your Honor, who's walking in.
Oh, Paige, do we have that file?
No, Your Honor.
What's the case number for Paige?
It is 230-445-8701.
Okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, we don't yet have a file on that, so we'll, well, we can give Paige if you're already on that.
Okay, thank you.
All right, let us go on the record. The court calls the people versus Tyrion Ray Page, case number 230-445-8701. Matters before the court today in warrant status. May I have your appearances, please, starting with the prosecution.
Carolyn, so P number 86651 for the people.
Thank you.
Good morning, Erica Roberts, appearing on behalf of Mr. Page. Mr. Page, can you state your name for the court?
Tyrion Page. All right, thank you. And the court recall the warrant to set aside cases in this matter as Mr. Page has made an appearance after failing to appear at a June 5th final pretrial conference. What is your pleasure otherwise, Attorney Roberts?
Your Honor, it's my understanding the complainant was to be present at that court date, and I don't know if the court would entertain any motion to dismiss if the complaining witness failed to appear. If the court denies that motion, I would ask for another final pretrial conference.
All right, thank you. Madam Prosecutor, what is your pleasure?
Your Honor, the people have repeatedly relayed to the complaining witness about that final pretrial date that Attorney Roberts is referring to, as well as the new date, which would have been today, and she is not present. And the people are unable to proceed without the complaining witness.
All right, so in light of that, the court is going to grant the defendant's motion. Matter is dismissed on today. That dismissal is without prejudice. Anything further from the people?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Attorney Roberts?
Your Honor, I would also ask you to sign an order for Michigan State Police to destroy the arrest record, any biometric data, any DNA if applicable, and remove the lien entry.
Any objection?
No objection from the people.
All right, so the court's going to sign that order once it's provided, matter being dismissed on today. Case is dismissed, sir. You have a good day and be well.
Thank you.
All right, we're just waiting on our probationer. But I think everybody else is all set, right?
Your Honor.
We do have Mr. Lofton that's scheduled for 11 though.
Oh, Lofton
And I think
is at
that's
11.
Ms. Solari's case.
Okay.
Covering for it.
Because they also have him going, so we tried to have him arraigned last time,
Right.
but they only were able to conduct the fingerprints because he had a child. So he was given this date to come back and be arraigned. So I believe your intentions were to have him arraigned and then appear here. Does that sound right?
Sounds like something I would do, something crazy I would do, I guess. Is that's what you're waiting on, Attorney Solaris?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so I guess we're in a holding pattern for another 40 minutes.
I will try to see.
But for the clock, so once probation comes out.
He's on his way.
Okay, perfect.
Open another.
Your Honor,
Yes, ma'am.
will you need me in the interim until 11?
No, you're all set till we get Lofton on, and we can reach out if we do.
I'll stay on. I just wanted to stop my video and mute myself until 11.
Oh, sure.
Thank you.
Do you need? Attorney Roberts, you ready on the prior?
Is Officer Farmer available, Your Honor?
He's right here in the courtroom.
Okay, can I speak with him first, please? Thank you.
I think he'll allow it.
He'll be in his room.
Yeah. Court is back. We're ready on the prop. All right, so let us go on the record. The court does call the people versus Anthony Michael, Department 0045375501. Matters here for a probation review. Appearances, please, starting with the probation department.
Good morning, Your Honor. Derek Farmer, on behalf of probation.
Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor. Amber Roberts, appearing on behalf of, is it Mr. DeCroix? DeCroix. Am I saying it wrong?
It doesn't matter.
How do
People
you
say,
say
like, I say it like duh, and you say duh.
Say your full name for us.
It's Anthony Michael DePra.
All right, and we were last here on the 11th of May. Probation presented information that Mr. DePry been kicked out of his anger management class. The court elected to re-refer him for anger management at that time, as opposed to find a violation of, well, as opposed to sanction a violation for being kicked out of anger management class. The court did note that if in fact Mr. DePra was non-compliant on today, that 93 days in the Wayne County Jail would be what was waiting for him on today. So, Officer Farmer, is there a report that you have as it relates to any progress Mr. DePra has made since May 11th?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. DePra was referred over to Redeem for the 6-week anger management program. I did speak with Ms. Bird today. She stated that Mr. DePra was making progress. He has completed 2 of the 6 sessions that's needed for the program. So he has 4 remaining there. As far as probation as a total, he still has a balance of 415. We are still awaiting proof of community service and benefit.
Okay. Is there a recommendation yet?
At this time, Your Honor, we're going to recommend that probation be continued so that he may come into full compliance.
Attorney Roberts?
Your Honor, I have no objection. My client indicates that the balance will be paid by the final review date. He indicates he has 10 hours remaining of community service and intends to have the mental health evaluation today.
Okay, so what we will do is continue this matter to our discharge date, which I believe is August 10th, 2023. Is that right, Officer Farmer? Or you don't have a problem?
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
So we'll continue this matter to August 10th, 2023, and in the event that he comes into full compliance prior to that date, then Officer Farmer, certainly you can submit a discharge, but we'll see where we are on the 10th, if not sooner.
Thank you.
Your Honor, one additional thing, I'm sorry, Officer Farmer. Mr. DePla did just ask if he could go on vacation out of state. Do you have those states available and where you're trying to go?
Well, I'm trying to go to Washington, the state Washington, up the top corner of the United States, and that,
And when would that
that I
be?
know of.
When would that be?
Well, when my niece, she's a doctor, so when she gets a vacation, she's gonna ask me to go up there.
All right, well, when she asks you to go and you have dates certain, submit that to Officer Farmer, he'll give it to me, and then, you know, if I approve it, I'll sign it, you're free to go.
Okay, it could be like 10 days or no, a week, or that has no relevance.
That doesn't, as long as you have the court's permission and you're not out there committing crime, then you can enjoy your vacation.
Seattle's a bad place to live out that way. There's a lot of stuff going down out there, so I gotta be.
Yeah, you stay out of trouble.
Oh, yeah, I'm not here to make no troubles.
All right.
Sorry about that.
Well, we'll see you in August, if not sooner then, sir. You have a good day.
Are you gonna send me a letter?
I don't, do you have a letter? We don't send a letter, but I can give you a card with the date.
Okay.
I don't know if the court's gonna send you a letter. So
That's
just
fine, as long as I know.
I'll get it for you.
All right, thank you. Y'all
Have a good
one.
day. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Welcome.
All right, so let us go on the record. The court calls the people versus Malik Lofton, case number 230-443-1701. Matter is before the court today for a final pretrial conference. May I have your appearances, please, starting with the prosecutor?
Carolyn Solari, P number 86651 for the people.
Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrew Roberts, appearing on behalf of Mr. Lofton. Mr. Lofton, can you state your name, please?
Good morning. My name is Malik Melvin Mosavon.
All right, thank you. And Madam Prosecutor, what is the people's pleasure in this case at this time?
Your Honor, it's the people's understanding that this is a further final pretrial, correct?
That is correct. We've held approximately, this would be the third continuance of the final pretrial conference, at least by my court file.
Okay. The people are amenable to, I believe there is a felony matter that we are now tracking. It's the people's understanding. So if that's still the case, the people are amenable to doing as such with obviously with the court's permission.
Attorney Roberts?
Your Honor, I believe the complainant is excused from today. Is that
Yeah,
right? Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so then we would have no objection as well, Your Honor. It's my understanding that Mr. Lofton was just arraigned on that.
Okay. When's the next court date on that?
July 15th.
You sure? So both of them?
You want
Your Honor, can we look it
15th?
up real quick to be
I'll
sure?
take a look.
He says July 15th, but you should have gotten two when you were down there.
She said July 15th, and she said she.
Okay. It looks like we have a probable cause June 15th, Your Honor.
Well, that would have ended up bad for you if you didn't show up on the 15th, sir.
Yeah, no.
It's July 14th.
All right, so there's a paperwork that he has says the 15th, that is accurate. That's a probable cause conference before Judge King in case number 230-563-4901. That particular matter does involve the complaining witness in this case. So the next date is the 15th of June. However, there is an exam set for the 22nd of June. I'm not of any confidence that that would go, but the next date in this particular case, I think should be after the exam date. So let's say June 29th for this particular case, and that'll be at 9:45 a.m. So that can be via Zoom. So June 29th, 9:45 Zoom.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything further from either attorney?
One moment, Your Honor.
Sure.
So, okay. No, Your Honor, June 29th works. Is the complainant excused from the next hearing, Your Honor?
That is, yes, affirmative. Indeed, of course. Anything else?
Nothing from the people.
Robert?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Lofton, the next court date for this case is the 29th of June. That'll be via Zoom. Have a good day and be well, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right.